Okay, so I did a video yesterday on China rejecting our meat, and then it rabbit trailed down to Idaho having problem with their water and their water rights. And then I got feedback from you guys. There's another part about farmers and water I'm just learning about. Possible major piece to the puzzle coming right up. My name is Cohen here at Riverside Homestead, and if you're brand new here, welcome. If you guys are into prepping tips, emergency preparedness, and most of all, news and awareness, stuff that you want to know about, be sure to hit that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. Okay, welcome back, guys. And like I said, I did a video yesterday on China rejecting our meat, saying that there's poison in our meat, and a lot of good information on this video. It should play right after this video or a link at the end. I'll also leave a link in the top of the description and in the pinned video for that video. You guys share these videos to spread the awareness, and you give me really good tips down in the comments. So, additional information to what I talked about yesterday, stemming off of that rabbit trail and some real interesting things, stuff that's gonna have you guys scratching your head. So it started with this post. Now it's a little bit of a rabbit trail, so follow along. It says that Apes puts out, whoa, the Idaho farmland water shutoff coincidences keep coming in. I've posted showing evidence the real reason may be a land grab for cobalt mining. Then I saw the Idaho governor's ribbon cutting at the ceremony Jervois, the same cobalt mining company, on October 7th of 2022. Now, this is the map that you might be seeing circulating. People posting this is not about cobalt mine. The mine is totally different watershed. This is a dispute between two private entities and government and enforcing the agreement between the two. Then you got people arguing back and forth. Well, where do you think the Snake River comes from? Now you guys know the uptick in cobalt, right? The big uptick. Now the coincidence that I just finally realized off of my research and you guys feeding it to me is the coincidence or the relationship between water and cobalt mining. And I've been researching where all the cobalt mines are. So do you guys think that there could be a relationship between the water and the cobalt mines? Is that what this all has to do with? Now I read a lot, watched a lot on kind of some controversy. They're going back and forth, and I'm sitting here thinking, well, that's got some good points, that's got some good points. But then I heard this guy. Now the headline on this guy's video is, I no longer believe the coincidence. Cutting water from 500,000 acres of farmland in Idaho was fishy from the start, but somehow it all makes sense now.
Do you wonder where all the Ukraine money is going? Well, it looks like we've started a thread to pull. Idaho is trying to shut off water to 500,000 acres of farmland, 781 miles. But there's been plenty of rain this spring, so that's not it. They say it's due to water reserves underground, that it's projected to deplete at a too fast of a rate to preserve water supply. They need to shut off the water to 500,000 acres of Idaho farmland. But the Continuing Appropriations and Ukraine Supplemental Appropriations Act of 2023 approved $4.5 billion for direct financial support to the government of Ukraine, or so they said. Jervois Global Limited enters an agreement for $15 million for information on drilling at its Idaho cobalt mine, utilizing funds from the additional Ukraine Supplemental Appropriations Act. Why is money for direct financial support for the government of Ukraine being rerouted by the Department of Defense to a cobalt mine in Idaho?
Interesting, right? Did you guys even know about that? Now, a lot of us know that there's a bunch of hidden stuff when it comes to them dishing out billions, right? And we never know what is all included until down the road when guys like this and other people start picking it apart and finally realizing where the money really went. So keep this in the back of your mind. Money that we thought was going there is now getting rerouted to possibly a cobalt mine?
Cobalt used in batteries for your phones, computers, electric cars. There are countless valuable usages for cobalt. Any side effects of cobalt we should be aware of, considering we use it in everything? Cobalt exposure triggers impairments in cognitive and anxiety-like behaviors, brain oxidative stress, and inflammation. And do you know what's a necessary component of cobalt mining en masse? Guessed it, water. Lots of water. On May 31st, 2024, Idaho Department of Water announced shutting off water to 500,000 acres of farmland. June 21st, 2024, Jervois cobalt mine can start drilling 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Idaho is shutting off water due to a shortage at the same time the Cobalt mine is set to start operating 24/7. And it's Ukraine's funding bill, one of many, that gave $15 million to Jervois to restart operations after losing money. Couple of things to look further into.
Now, seriously, I was reading a lot of different controversy. This definitely reshapes my thinking about something. Yeah, you can have certain things in completely different areas, but water, aquifers, rivers, all that kind of stuff, like there's a lot of mapping out to figure things out, but the coincidences of them shutting off water and then cobalt mining going to 24 hours a day all of a sudden. Then you add in the Jervois got the 15 million that was supposed to go over to the Ukraine. Now I can never say that I know enough about anything to say anything, but this definitely gives you a few other things to start snooping around with. And that's what we do here. I like to bring awareness, make sure you guys are just, the wheels are turning, and this is definitely some stuff, more stuff to keep looking into. Now, who might be behind this?
Couple of things to look further into. How many members of Congress have a financial interest in this cobalt mine? My initial research, a lot. Also, is it linked to the CHIPS Act, where they gave Micron a fistful of money to start manufacturing in Idaho? And are they trying to destroy crops so they can take the land and mine more cobalt, or is it purely to control the water supply? I was just in Idaho, absolutely beautiful state filled with great people. And the government shows up with the government gun and forces their will. Again, maybe it's just a coincidence and I'm just a conspiracy theorist. Perhaps. But one fact remains absolutely true.
So are they trying to shut off 500,000 acres in Idaho from water? Or is this water needing to be reserved for cobalt mining? I don't know. We know one thing for sure. 15 million that was supposed to go support Ukraine is now supporting cobalt mining in Idaho. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I need to hear your feedback, because I'm not saying it's one way or another, but this is definitely some very interesting pieces to the puzzle that I did not mention yesterday when I was talking about the Chinese telling us that our meat is full of poison. Yeah, and they cut off their orders of beef, they cut off their orders of wheat. Like I said, if you guys missed that video right there, it's a good one to watch. Now, another place that I get a lot of great information is the comments on other people's stuff. I always read through them. You never know what kind of goodies you're gonna find, but there's definitely a lot of things that I cannot read. Can't read it on here because you guys don't know what will happen, because there's a lot of irritated people. But I like what this guy put. 15 million of Ukraine aid to Idaho Cobalt Mining Company that needs lots of water to mine cobalt for special interest to outbid everyone else, including farmers, for existing goods and services, causing hyperinflation, hunger, and homelessness, including shifting of resources away from agricultural produce, replacing the circular flow of economic activity with the circular flow of political activity, replacing the infinite chain of production with an infinite chain of special interests at the expense of common interests. I thought that was really well written. Now, on this map right here, you guys can definitely see Jervois, I don't know how you pronounce that, and the watershed. And you can clearly see that it's different watersheds, yet there's rivers that connect, and it still doesn't eliminate all the other coincidences. Now, like I said, can't say exactly what's going on here, but the important part is to stay aware, put together pieces of puzzle, do your own research, and always be prepared. Anyway, I promised a couple people that I was gonna put this information out because I didn't put it out yesterday in that video right up there, but in that video right up there, bunch more crazy information that you guys don't wanna miss out on. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing. We'll see you guys on the next one.